ended up moving slower too. Remember the first slow motion shot I did was in the pack, and walking cool, and it's like I was very new to acting, and I'm walking slower. I was like, no, Nikki, we actually shoot it slow. I know, practicing. There was a story not as bad as Julie's, but in the show called The Teacher's Pet, there was one where she grabbed me, and then I was flung down these stairs into her basement where she would just tie me up and then get my virgin sperm. But I had said, it was the first season, so they were kind of letting us do our own stuff, because I don't think they thought the show was going to last, and they killed an actor, okay? So I said, oh no, I'll totally do this stair thing that you guys, have, and they said, great. So they just kind of patted me up, and when I was a kid, Kelly mentioned by the time, we would always fall downstairs and stuff. It was a little bit different. I don't know, for some reason in the first season, Xander decided to wear a lot of rings. To get a ring on every finger. So I do this thing and I kind of go down and I got this pad on, and I nail my head on the bottom stair. And all the rings centrifugally fell off my fingers, and one actually embedded into the wood, into the cement wall. And I realized at that point that I would never do that again. Sorry, I did and
I love the fight scenes, all of them. I mean, I grew up with 3 big brothers, and so, this is just another level of, rolling around with the boys. And there was one, I guess there's once where I punched Buffy in the mouth it was on camera, but not on purpose. And it was a scene where I'm watching Seth Green in the cage, and I've got the headphones on, I'm watching him for her, and I'm doing this dance, and I've got my things on, and she comes in and taps me on the shoulder, and I was pretty new on the show, and I whip around, I have this big ring on my hand, with the big key ring, and I whipped around, and I just clocked Sarah, right up in the jaw, and her
she
face
takes really well, by the way.
Yeah,
she loves that.
But I think, it was cool, because I think they ended up using that take, because the look on her face was just so shocked. I'm like, wow, that was real, but big. It wasn't totally my fault. I mean, not to point fingers, but when I beat it, it was like I'm going to be fired, and I looked down, and she was like a foot in front of her mark, so it wasn't totally me being a loser. But I didn't get fired, and then she wanted to fight more. A few 4-page fight scenes where we just wrecked each other for days, and I really had a lot of fun with that. Just because I
Yeah, rolling around with the boys.
Or Sarah. And my angel fight scene too in the alley where I'm screaming for every second was kind of cathartic, too.
Did you want to die kind of like your life?
Sorry, that was so startling, just to look over.
My question is for Eliza. Much has been said about much has been said about the potential sexy undertone between Buffy and Faye. And I wanted to hear your thoughts on that. If you thought there was ever maybe something going on, or because a lot of times it sounds like Faye is hitting on her, to be honest. So I just wanted to know what you thought.
Well, we had a bromance, but fine, we were just lesbians. There were a lot of, or at least Faith was. I think Faith probably, swang both ways, or she had a definite thing for Buffy, no doubt. But there were a lot of innuendos, and there was a lot of heat there, and I think, we were on what was the network?
The WB.
We were on the WB, but I think there was only so far that they wanted to take that. And I don't know what was going on in Joss's head. I do know what was going on in Joss's head. We probably couldn't go there. And then there was the whole Willow and Tara romance, and so it was kind of fun to just play around with it. And we we both had Angel, and we were fighting over him, and it was just this kind of animalistic, you know, woman thing. Yeah.